Hey, what is up, guys? I'm Ryan, and today I'm going to be talking about is, you know how everybody says, the saying, defense wins championships, offense sells seats, but defense wins championships? Well, I'm going to be saying if that's actually true for the NBA. So, pretty much without further ado, let's get right into this video. Alright, so the first stat I'm actually going to get into for defense is the steals. And, alright, so the best team in steals is the Golden State Warriors, and they're pretty much best in everything. So, they're pretty much exempt from this video. But then, 2 through 5, all of those teams with the best defensive steals, most steals per game, they haven't made the playoffs in 2 years. Yes, I know Washington made the playoffs last year, but before that, 2 years they haven't made it. So pretty much those teams are Philadelphia, Washington, the Lakers, and Phoenix. So pretty much besides Golden State, the next 2 down to 5, they haven't made the playoffs in that long. And now the second stat I'm actually going to get in for defense is blocks. And now, the first 2 were Spurs and Golden State. So Spurs obviously really powered by their defense with Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard, 2-time actually Defensive Player of the Year. But then Golden State, obviously, just like I said, they're exempt from this video. But then 3 down to 6, they 2 out of those 3 teams haven't made the playoffs in 3 years, and the other 2 both had early playoff exits in the first round. But the top 2, like I said, the top 2 teams in the stat is Golden State and the Spurs, and obviously Golden State's more powered by their offense, but But the Spurs are more powered by their defense with Kawhi Leonard, Paul Gasol, all of them and stuff. But also, in the top 3 for points scored against, they're all 3 playoff teams, Utah, San Antonio, and Memphis. So all 3 of them, those are the least amount of points that people allow to score on them. Those 3 teams allow the least amount of points to be scored on them. And, those are all playoff teams. Memphis gave the team... I think Utah run for their money. Utah made it to the second round. San Antonio made it to the conference finals until Kawhi Leonard got hurt. And now my second point for will defense win championships, will you get through the playoffs with just defense? And obviously one of the most highly powered teams in the league, and the Houston Rockets, the most highly powered offensive team, they're number 2 in the league in scoring per game, went up against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who were actually number 3 best defense against threes. They had the best defense against threes, and the Thunder ended up getting swept by the Houston Rockets. So right there, that's an offensive win right off the bat. And in the Western Conference Finals, they had the Spurs, who were obviously probably the best defensive team in the league. And they also had, like I said, 2-time defensive player of the year, Kawhi Leonard on that team, and they went up against the Golden State Warriors, who have one of the most high-powered offenses in the league. And once again, what happened? The high-powered offense won. So that's 2-0 on defense. And then obviously in the Eastern Conference Finals, they had the number 2 in most threes made in the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they made the second most threes in the league last year against another high-power offense in the Boston Celtics. So 2 offensive teams in the Eastern Conference Finals, it says something. There's only one defensive-based team in the conference finals for each division, for any division, should I say, and they ended up getting swept. So, yeah. And then in the finals, offense has won 2 out of the 3 years, because I think Cleveland's more of a defensive-minded team, opposed to the Golden State Warriors, and they won 2 out of the 3 years that they met. So offense has pretty much won every time. So in my personal opinion, and with me going through everything in this video, no, defense does not win championships. You at least need some offense to win a championship. Because, if you only need defense, the Spurs would win every year, and those teams getting nothing but steals all game, they would probably win the championship every year. But no, you see Phoenix, for the steals for Philadelphia hasn't made the playoffs in forever. Washington, they're kind of mediocre of a team. The Lakers haven't made it since Kobe Bryant started getting worse. And Phoenix, I don't know how long it's been since they made it. Maybe since the Steve Nash days they haven't made it. So, obviously, defense does not win you championships. It helps, but I think you need more of an offense, especially with how the game is played today. But unfortunately, that's going to be it for this video. So if you really like this video at any point, hit the like button. If you really, really like the video and want to make one day, hit the subscribe button. That would mean a ton to me. And also, if you didn't like the video, don't hit the dislike button. You don't have to do that. But then, that's going to be it for this video, like I said. So it's a very sad time. That's sad for me. It's very hard time to end this video. But kids, remember, never do your vegetables, always eat your drugs. Stay safe, wear a seatbelt. Goodbye.